Hello, my name's Mary Walsh and I'm the Program Director of the Bachelor of Politics and International Relations, and I also am the Program Director of the Bachelor of Philosophy Honours Program. I've worked at the University of Canberra for 20 years and we're really proud of our Bachelor of Politics and International Relations. It's 10 years old and we are constantly looking at what employers want from our students. And we have a regular course advisory group that meets regularly yearly, and they give us lots of advice about what they want from a successful graduate. And we're enormously proud of the wonderful jobs that students have achieved when they finish this degree. Another aspect about this degree, it's one of the premier politics and IR degrees in Australia. There are not actually that many degrees in Australia that specialise in national security at an undergraduate level, and we're one of 5 that do that. And on top of that, we have the great honour of having an ex-Commander-in-Chief of Army, Professor Peter Leahy, the Director of the National Security Institute, who teaches into the degree, and he looks after units such as national security and challenges of modern terrorism. But as well as that, we have a great focus in the degree on public policy and politics, and as well as international relations. And we have fantastic staff that are nationally and internationally recognised for what they do. Now, I've been asked today to say a little bit about myself and my research areas. As the Program Director, I teach first year units, and so you will be meeting me in first year. I teach Introduction to Politics and Government and also Politics and Democracy, and I absolutely love my job. Actually, it's not a job, it's a lifestyle, and I'll come back to that at the end of this talk. Basically, my own research is in democratic theory and political theory in Australian politics. So, for example, right now I have just finished a publication in Democratic Theory, which is a top-ranked journal, on the enormous power of corporate interest in Australia, and how they would like to have freedom from democracy. So this is a really important area in Australian politics because more and more people feel a lack of engagement with Australian politicians and politics, and a lot of that has to do with the rise of corporate interests and people's apathy when it comes to politics. Also, just recently I've just published a chapter in this book that looks at the revolving door of Australian Prime Ministers. So, a lot of people believe that the last 10 years has been a strange decade, but in fact our first decade after Federation we had 7 Prime Ministers in that first decade, so it's not like it's never happened before. And what's that about? It's about people arguing over what vision of society we're going to have, and that's what a lot of that's about, why we have different Prime Ministers. Obviously, corporate interests play a role in this because of the lack we have of climate and energy policies, and you'll learn more about that in this degree. I actually didn't mention, it's a faux pas, the fabulous group, student support group that we have, Piranhas. This is their regular newsletter that comes out. They've won many faculty awards for the best club. I'm enormously proud of them. Absolutely proud of them. And they provide so many services to students. They provide mentoring and support for all of you, and you would hopefully want to join this group when you come because they provide heaps of opportunities, career opportunities. They meet with specialists in national security, politicians. They have lots of social events, and they're basically, and I'm wearing their badge as you can see here, the little piranha badges, so people recognise that badge wherever you go, so I hope that you join Piranhas. And just lastly, I've been asked to say a little bit about what's my top tips for success. And I would say that you have to follow your heart and do what you love. Don't study something because someone says you should do it because you'll get a job, because let's face it, life's too short. If you think about a decade of your life, it's only 3,562 days. That's not a lot. So make sure you do what you love, and when you do what you love, the universe works in mysterious ways. So hopefully I'll see you soon, and I will be providing one-on-one contact with students in O Week on the 29th July. So I hope you'll be able to join me then, and I look forward to discussing what you want to do with your life and career. All the best, Mary. Bye.